Hello, good day, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world. I have, I think, probably the most amazing show so far on my podcast, and I am just absolutely thrilled to steal her away as she's in the middle of finishing up production on our upcoming movie, Becoming the Keys, and that is one of my very dear, brilliant, insanely creative friends, Robin J. Robin is the writer and producer of the Key Movies, an enlightening and transformational award-winning series of personal development films. When Robin asked me, or invited me to appear in her third of the trilogy of the movies, Becoming the Keys, I absolutely jumped at the chance. And with that, I will welcome the amazing Robin J. Hey, Robin.
Hey, Kelly, how are you this morning?
I am wonderful.
We're filming in the morning. You may be watching this at night, but yes, when I met you and I heard your story, I wanted you in this movie so much. And then we saw each other a few months later and things had changed in your world and you were able to participate. And I think the viewers are in for such a treat, such a surprise, because there are a couple themes that run through the new movie, and here's the artwork for it, Becoming the Keys. And one of the themes is that everybody is dealing with something. We need to be kinder and more patient as a species, as human beings. And the other is that things are happening for you, not to you. And with all of the adversity that you've had in your life, I think the viewers are just going to, you're going to blow their minds when they hear it. And the fact that you are so together and so successful, that you didn't let these adversities take you down like so many people do. I found such inspiration in your story, and that is why I really wanted you to be in the movie. And I'm so grateful. I'm so excited. And you're the first expert to appear in the movie. So I can't wait for them to see it, because they're gonna sit in their seats and go, "What? So I'm very excited that you're in the movie, and it's taken us so long to get it done. So anyway, I'm very, very excited to have the premiere January 17th, 2019 in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. It's going to be a real Hollywood style event, but in Las Vegas. The red carpet's going to be on the casino floor. We have the beautiful South Point Casino showroom. All right, ask me a question, anything. Otherwise, I'll just keep talking about.
You're on a roll there. I didn't want to say cut.
Yeah. I'm used to that.
It was fabulous. And yes, I mean, I cannot wait for the world premiere of the movie and the red carpet event, and then the Key Academy the next day, which we will absolutely speak about. Very exciting. And I know the rest of the experts in the movie, we're all, just can't wait for, to really celebrate all of us and all of this coming together and what the movie will mean to the world. And so
can I say that one of the highest impact moments of making films is when you hear from someone who watched the movie and it actually changed their life. And I'm sure you experienced that with even business coaching, that you changed their business or their lives or their perspectives. But when I came out with The Secrets of the Keys, my last film, I heard from people who said, "I'm no longer afraid of death." I mean, that's so powerful. And the adversities, and it's not adversity. We talk about the 7 keys, which we should address right now. They are appreciation, harmony, passion, courage, faith, vibration, and empathy. And so the movies focus on stories that exemplify these keys, and how having these keys in your life help you to have a better life. So if you're watching this now and you're someone who's struggled, whether with your relationships, you're out of harmony with yourself, with the people around you, or maybe you're involved with more negative people, or you've had to deal with some adversity and you're having trouble finding the way to lift yourself up, this movie is going to help you because it's so transformational. Can I explain that it's a narrative feature, like a fictional film? Yeah. And then we have cameos from experts like you and Don Miguel Ruiz, who wrote The 4 Agreements, and success coach Brian Tracy, Dr. Joe Vitale, who was in The Secret, Daniel Brinkley, who wrote Saved by the Light. He was struck and killed by lightning, and he was dead for 25 minutes and it came back to life. And so, I mean, the stars of the movie are phenomenal, but even the experts who are in the movie talking about vibrating at the right frequency to bring into your life what you want in your life. Doug Smith, the hockey player, he was a first round draft pick for the LA Kings. Go hockey. We have a team here in Las Vegas, the Vegas Golden Knights. Yay.
Yes.
I now understand hockey. You're in Canada. You've known it your whole life. But anyway, Doug hit the boards with his head when he was 29, going about 60 miles an hour, ended up a quadriplegic. And today he skates in exhibition games. He is the picture of health. When you hug him, it's like hugging a marble statue. He's just like so fit and brilliant. And he shares his story about his recovery and what it took, mind over matter, that you can overcome any trauma.
Yes.
And then your story about, your childhood. And the thing that got me about your story, Kelly, was that you just kept soldiering on. You just kept packing it down and everything's fine and looking forward. And then you finally have this moment where everything crashes around you, that you can no longer pretend that everything's okay. I know so many people who, when you ask someone, how are you doing today? You don't want the whole, everything that's wrong in your life, but you also want to be real and authentic. Mm-hmm. You have an authenticity about you. In fact, I think most of the experts in the movie, I want to say all of them, have such an authentic demeanor and personality. Nobody's trying to be something they're not. We're coming through to the quick in these segments with the experts. And the fun thing is we have the feedback from the fictional characters, acknowledging, accepting, asking questions, taking it all in. So the audience should identify with those fictional characters and say, oh yeah, that's what I would have said. That's what I might have asked. And the fictional characters are going through horrible experiences. And so my character, Elizabeth, is a fictional character, but she's taking them to meet the experts so the experts can share their wisdom with them. And there's two narrative characters, fictional characters. The first one is Sophia, who you love. Your scene is with her. Yeah. And Sophia is played by Rachel Magario, and Rachel is actually a totally blind kidney transplant survivor. Mm-hmm. And I really
rock star.
And rock star. And I really wanted to put her in the movie so that she could play someone. Her character Sophia is also totally blind and lost her parents in a car accident. And actually Rachel was in a car accident, lost her eyesight when she was just 6 years old. I think her mother's still alive, but so it's inspired by her life. It's a fictionalized character. And she's pissed because she can't get a job in spite of the fact she has, several master's degrees. And so she's angry at the world. And one of the lines I said to her is, if you want to stay angry at everybody, at the world, I can't help you. My apprentice, nobody can help you, but if you're ready to move forward, we're the ones that can help you do that. And so I think people do get stuck. They focus on what they don't have, what they've lost. They're newly divorced, or they're in a bad situation, or they have financial woes, all these challenges. And the thing is, nothing grows on the mountainside. It grows in the valley. When you're at that low point, it's really an opportunity to learn how to deal with these things and grow through it, just like you did. You were at the bottom of your life, and physically you were in a basement. Yes. At a former employee's home. So, I mean, you can't get lower than that. And when you've got nowhere to go, you can only go, when you can't go down anymore, you can only go up. And that's what you did. I love your story. So many of the expert stories in the movie are just as inspiring. And it's just, I think they're going to want to watch the movie again and again. And I always hear from people, they say, I want to take notes next time, because there were so many great nuggets.
Yes, exactly. And that's what I love about the movie, and your vision for all the movies is absolutely the messaging, right? So it's not just a movie that you watch and it's entertaining, but I mean, there's deep wisdom and learnings within the movie. And it maybe sounds like we've got all these woe is me stories and rags to riches and devastation, all that, but thankfully, everyone in the movie is on the other side. And it's raw and real. But what I love about how you wrote the movie, and all the movies, but in particular our movie, Becoming the Keys, is the humor that's intertwined in the story. It's just
that's a challenge.
Great. Yeah, it's just makes it so entertaining and engaging. And you take the audience on a journey, and on that journey you take away some deep wisdom. So I think it's just brilliant the way you put it together.
One of my inspirations for the movie was my cousin Debbie, who you got to meet.
Yes.
Because she was here in my home in 2010 in Las Vegas, and she's from Ohio. I love to talk about her. And I wanted her to watch Louise Hay's movie, You Can Heal Your Life. It was before I'd ever thought about making a movie. Mm-hmm. And we started watching it. I wanted her to, make some healthier choices. I'll put it that way. Yeah. And so we're sitting there watching it, and we're about 20 minutes in. And keep in mind, this is her vacation, and she's in the entertainment capital of the world. And I'm making her watch this personal development film. And she said, Robin, I get it. I should, be healthier. She says, but can we please go to the casino now so I can have a cigarette and a glass of wine? Yeah. It's my vacation. It just rattled around in my head for the next few weeks. And I thought I would like to make a movie that even my cousin would watch, that she would want to see, that was entertaining enough that she would want to watch it, and everyone like her. So even if you're not in this space of reading self-help books or personal development, self-help, self-growth, all of the words for that, if you're not in this space, you could still watch this movie. And the drama is real. It's not like watching NCIC or what are the shows, CSI. It's not like that. These are real stories that they make movies about, that people have been through so much. And so I think, like I watched a video clip the other day of some guy in road rage getting out of his car, I'm going to hurt you because you slowed down, and I thought people are just wound so tightly, and we need to understand that everybody is dealing with something.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And what I always say, Robin, is, and many of the other experts and myself spoke about this, is that, everyone has a story. Like everyone in life has a story. And most everyone, by the time you're at least 30, has had to overcome something. And, it's not a competition. And even if you feel you haven't, it's okay to start here on your growth journey. It doesn't or shouldn't hopefully have to be. One of my clients and very dear friends is been a brilliant CFO his whole career, and he's just recently had a diagnosis of cancer, but he is definitely on the upswing. But we had a conversation around, he goes, my life is so different now, and everything that you've coached me on is now, really hitting home. And he said, but it shouldn't have to be that someone has to go through this to make changes. So that is the other beauty of the movie, is perhaps you would get some learnings from the movie to sort of elevate you. Like, even if your life is fantastic, fabulous, I always say, what if that's just the floor for you? Like, what if there's more? And taking some of the learnings from the movie to go forward and just elevate and ignite your life, I think is brilliant. So I think the movie's for everyone.
I agree. And I remember Deepak Chopra, when he first hit the scene, the self-help scene, he said, as an oncologist, he was diagnosing people and giving them, you've got 6 months to live, you've got 3 months to live. And he saw a transformation in his patients. I'll never forget listening to an audio cassette, it was a long time ago, of him saying that once these people got a diagnosis, their lives transformed. They're like, I only have 6 months to live. I'm getting divorced. I hate my husband. And then they felt so much better. They said, why didn't I do this sooner? Maybe I wouldn't have gotten the cancer.
Yeah.
People, there's issues in your tissues. We talk about your biography becomes your biology, things like that. Okay. Cammy Ritchie in the movie says that. Issues in your tissues. And you can't, the old expression, you can't afford the luxury of a negative thought. You can't afford the luxury of a negative life. I walked away from a 6-figure sales job because it almost killed me. The stress of it. And I remember I was scheduled for surgery with the head of thoracic surgery at UCLA. And so my character Elizabeth in The Secrets of the Keys, let me grab these. In The Secrets of the Keys is inspired by what happened to me in 2001 when I thought I was going to die. My doctor had me so scared, and actually she was a friend. They don't usually give you bad news over the phone, but my doctor was a friend before she was my doctor. And she did. She called me. She goes, when can you get in my office? I need to see you right away. Mm-hmm. And I kind of identify with my character. I wrote her because of my experience where she ends up, in her case, she's going to die and become a spiritual guide. And so Becoming the Keys is her first experience. Her first day on the job as a spiritual guide. You know, in Secrets of the Keys, she accepts the job offer. And then in this one, and it was funny because my first movie, she was already a spiritual guide. So these are prequels. And it's just exciting. I love the opportunity to work in the realm of fiction because we can do and say whatever we want. So, I think people should watch them the other way around. The Secrets of the Keys, then Becoming the Keys, and then The Keeper of the Keys. At that point, she's now a sage, cynical, sarcastic spiritual guide. It's really funny.
Yes, and that's what I just love the humor because I think we will reach an audience that isn't necessarily in the personal development, personal growth space, which is wonderful.
That was my original goal, was to make them so entertaining that even if you've never read a self-help book in your life, you can watch the movie and go, wow, and maybe be moved or impressed. Having like Doug Smith, the former hockey player, mm-hmm. and we have an NHL team here in Vegas now. I think, that's a real twist for this type of movie, to have someone like that. And then to have, other authors. Miguel wrote the 4 Agreements. Everyone I talked to has done that. Jack Canfield is in my first movie, and he wrote the Chicken Soup for the Soul series. Mm-hmm. And Marcy Kaimov and John Gray, who did Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. I mean, these movies feature just some of the top thought leaders of today sharing. They're not sharing the messages that you've already heard them share 1,000 times. They're sharing new stories and real life stories. It's, so it's interesting to have this hybrid where you have the fictional story to showcase everything, and then the hard, authentic stories of people who have been through so much and come out the other side. And even whether they're talking about like just changing their job, like Jody Friedman talks about the key of passion, that she was a healer all the time she was selling real estate. Mm-hmm. And last year, or 2 years ago, she pulled the plug and she quit real estate to do healing full time. That's bold. She talks about the key of passion, but that's the key of courage too. That's powerful. I quit my job. I quit my 6-figure sales job to start writing and speaking. And I had no idea I was going to end up making movies a few years later. So it's been
you've always been a brilliant writer, I believe. I always love and whenever Robin is such a great friend. She's so generous, the biggest heart in life. Whenever I'm stuck writing something, what do? I call you, right? And we have a Zoom meeting with the glass.
I forgot about that. You're right.
Yeah. You have such a gift with the word written.
Well, my next thing, I want to write a novel that is that has this similar kind of message. Like, I want people to appreciate their lives. Yeah. They always the saying about the present. Living in the present, it's a gift. It's a present. But people, I have bad days where you're like, oh, I was having a bad morning today. But you want to be grateful that you're here. I just don't understand when people are just so miserable. I read once that they get used to that level of discomfort.
That's right.
And it becomes comfortable to them.
Yeah.
The whining, the complaining, the bitching, the being unhappy, the living, I know someone who lives in a cold weather climate, and all they do is talk about how much they hate the snow and the cold weather.
Yeah. Move. What are you doing? Yeah.
What are you going to do about that? Move, and it's frustrating for me to hear that people don't take charge, but it does take the key of courage to make those changes that you want to see in your life. Yeah, it's hard. I wrote my first book while I was selling advertising, and I was working 50, 60 hours a week. It wasn't a 9-to-5 job. I had breakfast and I had client dinners and I had functions that I had to go to. Sounds glamorous. I'm telling you, when it's work, it's work. Yeah. And on Sunday, my butt had to be in my seat at my desk writing The Art of the Business Lunch. which is now in 12 languages. And I hosted more than 3,000 client lunches and saw my sales increase by more than 2,000%. So that was my claim to fame with that. But I'm telling you, it was very hard. And I'd come into work on Monday and everyone talked about how they were at the swimming pool or shopping or getting their hair done on the weekend. And I'm like, I was at my desk. And it does take a little ambition and energy, and you need to dislike where you are now enough to take those steps and move forward. So I really do try to walk the talk and inspire people to live the life of their dreams. And I'm the first one who will tell them, listen, don't just quit with no money in the bank. I had a 2-year exit strategy and I saved everything. And my friends would call me the first few months after I had quit my job and go, how are you managing? I'm like, I'm good for 2 years.
I'm good. Yeah, exactly. But it's really true. It's working with coaching clients, going through a transition or just wanting to go to that next level. It's about, you got to find the burning platform. You've got to find your burning platform and then take that key of courage and work it hard. Like, life is risky. That's been my bottom line learning when all through my life I've been searching for safety. And at the end of the day, life is risky. And the only one who can keep you safe is you. And so it's a matter of moving forward and doing it wisely though, and responsibly as you did. That's such a great lesson.
Napoleon Hill, who wrote Think and Grow Rich, which if you're watching this and you've never read Think and Grow Rich, run out and buy a copy now. He wrote it in the 30s, like 1930, 31,
38, I think.
And he was hired by Andrew Carnegie to find the personality traits of the most successful people in the world. So pay attention now, if you want to be more successful than you are, he found 16 traits. I'm not going to go through them all. He found 16 traits. And the good news is that they were all learned. They have nothing to do with who's your daddy, where you were raised, anything. And the first one is a burning desire. What you were just saying, you have to be so maybe even unhappy with what you're doing or discontent, feeling like I'm capable of more. I want to do more. You have to have that white hot burning desire to do that. It takes discipline. Like I said, I was sitting at my desk while my friends were at the pool. I was working on my book because I had the vision that I was going to become a published author. Specialized knowledge. It sounds frivolous, but I knew more about going out to lunch than anybody else for client lunches. Yeah. Is it okay to have a drink, an alcoholic drink when you're out with your clients? When do you bring up the subject of business? How do you choose the right restaurant? There was so much about this subject and it was hard because a lot of people said it sounds like a nice magazine article, not a book. Well, hang on a minute. It's a book. The Art of the Business Lunch. And I'm not promoting it. I think this is my last copy. It came out in 2006, but it became a reality for me. I don't show this to too many people. I originally self-published it. The Art of the Business Lunch, because I couldn't get a publisher. And then I found an agent and then I got it published. So look at the difference. I doubled the word count.
I think I have the original copy.
Do you?
I have the original.
I have about 10 of those left. And then strong associations. Who are you with other people who are just content to do their 9-to-5 job, because you'll never succeed if you're hanging out with, people who aren't as ambitious as you. You are the result of the 5 around you. And then the last one is being decisive, being able to make a decision and understand, and say, hey, I'm done living this life. I want to move forward. What is it going to take? And then you find those resources and you do it. And if you ever have trouble making a decision, here's a little tip. Ask yourself, is this decision in harmony with what I am doing? And will this decision move me closer to my dreams and goals? And people overcomplicate things. It's that easy. I do that every time I want to make a decision. I have to make a decision about something. Is it in harmony with what I'm doing? Is it going to take me where I want to go? Boom.
Yeah. It's an easy yes or no right there.
That's it.
Bottom line. So, and also, I mean, we should speaking about the actual premiere and then the key academies, but also, maybe just speak real quick, because I think we also forgot to mention that you are the president of the Las Vegas Speakers Bureau as well.
No, the Las Vegas Convention Speakers Bureau.
Yes.
There is another business in town called the Las Vegas Speakers Bureau, so that's why I'm very specific about it. It's the lvcsb.com is the website. It's the Las Vegas Convention Speakers Bureau. We have so many conventions here in Las Vegas. We have more than 11 million square feet of convention space, and it is like being a matchmaker. A client comes to me and they're having a meeting or a conference or a convention, and they need a speaker. And then based on their budget and what topic they're looking for, they come to me and they say, I have, $5,000 or $10,000. I don't work with anything under $5,000 because I'm making movies. Right. So $5,000 or $10,000, or even I booked Captain Lovell from Apollo 13, the astronaut, for $35,000. That's his fee. And I booked speakers for $15,000 and all. And I have Insider Secrets, Keys to Six-Figure Speaking, which is my online course, which they can access that by going to lvcsb.com/insiders-secrets. I'm visual. I'm spelling it out for you. lvcsb.com/insiders-secrets for more information on my online course, because most speakers really don't understand how to monetize their message and really build their business, their speaking or coaching or consulting business. Mm-hmm. So I do that through the Bureau, and I created a certified convention speaker designation so people can get that too. Mm-hmm. And I deal with speakers all the time. And this is, one of the advantages when I go to make movies is I know Jack Canfield. And I know John Assaraf, and I know all these other amazing speakers like Brian Tracy and Don Miguel. So, and because I own a speakers bureau, it's just all come together. There's such synergy and harmony in everything I'm doing that the two feed each other.
Absolutely. No, it's brilliant.
And now we've got the premiere right around the corner, January 17th in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's wonderful. Get out of the cold. Come here.
Yes.
It'll be a little cold here, but sometimes it's in the 70s in January in Las Vegas. So what we have, and you have the links for it. I still need to post the pre-premiere luncheon on Eventbrite, which I will do. You can always email me, robin@lvcsb.com, if you want to reserve your spot now. But we're doing a pre-premiere luncheon on January 17th, the same day as the premiere, at Fleming's Prime Steakhouse in Town Square, which is at the south end of the Las Vegas Boulevard. And then at 7 o'clock, the VIP red carpet. General admission starts at 7:30, but the 7 o'clock VIP red carpet interviews, video interviews, photographers. It is so much fun. Making a movie is so much hard work. This is our moment of joy in the sun. It's like, yes, let me talk to you and do interviews, and they're interviews that we can share on social media later. It's such an incredible experience. There is an actual red carpet, and then we go into the showroom and have introductions, and I've got a live group playing and cocktails and everything. It's an adult night. It's fabulous. And then we screen the movie, and everybody gets to see Becoming the Keys for the first time. And I'm so excited with the South Point showroom because it's a giant LED screen. It's not a projector and a white screen. It's going to come to life in the room, and all the experts will be there. It's just going to be incredible. And then the next day from 10 to 3, we're doing the Keys Academy. We're going to go back to Fleming's, and we're going to do a luncheon again at Fleming's, and I mean like filet and grilled salmon, a really high-end fabulous luncheon. We're going to have a chance for the attendees to meet the experts on a deep level, because each of you have a few minutes in the movie to share like the nuts and bolts of your story. Mm-hmm. This is a chance where you can raise your hand and say, hey, I got a question for you. I did this. What should I do? What's your opinion? And actually meet and greet the experts at the luncheon. A few of the experts are going to stand up and share and speak. I'm going to do the Keys to Success, which talks about all the 7 keys. I'll set things off I'd do like 20 minutes on the Keys to Success. And then we have Joe Vitale. Dr. Joe Vitale from The Secret is going to talk about miracles and coaching and You can ask him about his experience being in The Secret, The Attractor Factor, any of the books that he's done. He's written almost 100 books already. I think it's like 75 so far. And he's just a wealth of knowledge. And I actually have some speakers who were in my last movie and maybe even my first movie who are going to show up. And it's just going to be a once in a lifetime opportunity. And then at 3:00, we have a wonderful cocktail reception until 4, where you can have a glass of wine and visit one-on-one with some of the experts that got you all excited. And that's a super duper VIP package. That's $997. You have the URL for that on Eventbrite, and you can post that on your Facebook page. Or where are you going to? Okay, so anybody who wants to do that, and seating is very limited for that. So do that. Send me an email and let me know that you saw this interview and that you heard Kelly Lee talk about it. That'll be fantastic. And then, but if nothing else, the general admission tickets to just come walk the red carpet and see the movie, $25 for a night on the town that you will remember for the rest of your life. And you'll be one of the first to get to see Becoming the Keys. So I hope to see everybody on the red carpet. We only have a few seats in the showroom, so they need to get their tickets as soon as possible.
Wonderful. And Robin, for the VIP tickets, will you just again break down exactly what you get for $997? Because I think you and I have talked about it so much, we know, but I'm just thinking about it now. I think we went a little quick on that.
It's a 2-day event. It's a 2-day event. It's spectacular, and for only $997, because I originally was going to charge $24.97 for this. Yes. Because the value is really there. But what they get is on the pre-premiere luncheon on the day of the premiere, Thursday, January 17th. They get the pre-premiere luncheon at Fleming's, a wonderful gourmet luncheon, champagne reception.
And we'll all be there, like all of the experts, and,
We'll all be there.
Yeah.
And then you have time to go back and get ready for the red carpet premiere. And even if they want, I have a makeup artist who's going to be, I got a room at the South Point Casino. And if they want to book a room there, it's southpointcasino.com. The hotel's already about 3/4 full. You can ask for the key movie premiere package and save some money on your room and on the resort fee. But if you want, I have a makeup artist in my room, and if you get this VIP package, you can come and get airbrush perfection and then get in your beautiful black tie. It's black tie. Girls will be in floor-length gowns. It's so glamorous. And then, so you get to walk the red carpet. I have live entertainment. You come into the showroom, have cocktails, get to watch the movie. I think we have popcorn too. So you watch the movie, popcorn and drink wine. It's fabulous. And we'll watch the movie. And then I have a special awards ceremony for all the experts, which is fantastic. And then you go home and rest up, go back to your hotel room, spend the night in the casino, just have fun, have a wonderful time. It's the entertainment capital of the world. And then the next day, I didn't make it too early. I didn't want it to be like 7 or 8 or even 9 o'clock. At 10 o'clock, back to Fleming's. You can Uber. It's right down the strip from the South Point Casino. And you'll have a wonderful day. From 10 to 3 is the Keys Academy live. And it includes a luncheon and a cocktail reception, a hosted cocktail reception from 3 to 4. So it's the 2 luncheons, the pre-premiere luncheon, the VIP red carpet event, and the next day, the Keys Academy live. That includes another luncheon and a cocktail reception. So it is a 2-day event that is going to be so much fun and transformational. Right. And I just think the energy is going to be incredible. And I'm so excited to have experts from all 3 movies. Look at this. All 3 movies will be there.
Yes.
Regina Murphy, who was in this one, in The Keeper of the Keys, she lives here. She's coming, and I think Kathleen Hayden might come. I'm so excited. I asked Jack Canfield if he would come. He's flying back from India that day, so he can't make it. Lisa Ryan might come. She's just such a dear friend. And then from The Secrets of the Keys, Carol Schiavelli, William Liu. I'm trying to think who else might come to this. I was so sorry to hear Kate Emerson can't. She's just such a mover and a shaker. But anyway, we'll see who comes to it from this one, and we'll have Daniel Brinkley and Catherine Brinkley and my co-star Elizabeth Matheson, who plays Emma in Becoming the Keys, and Cheryl Truesdale, who plays my apprentice Donna in this movie will be there. So we'll be there. We'll answer all your questions. A lot of people don't know Cheryl Truesdale is actually a women's coach, an empowerment coach, and she's just she helped us on the last movie on The Secrets of the Keys. She was my transportation liaison. She's a big honking Mercedes SUV, and she drove everybody from the airport to the set and everything. People ask me, how could I be in your movie? And I'm like, just be my friend. I need help all the time when I'm in production. So I asked her this time, I said, you're so good on camera. Would you be my apprentice this time? And she was like, of course I would. And she's just, she's so perfect on camera. And I'm a brave girl. I have the key of courage because I got on camera with her. She's like this, and I'm like 3 of these, only a size 10, but holy crap, I'm standing next to her. She's so slender and fabulous. So I thought I had the key of courage to get in the same shot as she was.
You have much more courage than that. So, at the Keys, the Key Academy, I think we should also speak about the content that will be because it's not just a luncheon. I mean, it is a luncheon and cocktails, but there's like big learning in between where you can do a deeper dive on the wisdom that you've taken from the movie, where experts like myself will be there presenting and sharing more knowledge, right? So
and I asked you to be on the program because you help businesses just skyrocket their results. And so we're going to do a Q&A. And the audience will have a chance to ask you questions. William Liu, who was in the last movie, talks about how his family had escaped from Vietnam and found their way to Toronto. And he was a paralegal for a long time, and he was not happy with that. He was really not happy. And he has lifted himself up now to where he is emotionally, spiritually, financially set for life. He never has to work again in 2 years' time, 3 years' time. So I want to ask him, how'd you do that, William? So that's going to be really fun. Like I said, Joe Vitale is going to be there talking about his miracles coaching and having a higher vibration, how you actually do that. What does that mean on a daily basis for you to have a higher vibration? And it's energy. A lot of people, the word vibration sets them off. But, when you're talking about what you're going to do after work and go have margaritas with the gang, or you're working on a new program, you can feel your vibration raise. And when you're talking about something sad or troubling, you can feel your vibration is lower. So we're going to talk about that, the key of vibration and the key of appreciation, because that's how you start elevating everything, is with the key of appreciation. And then, like I said, I'm going to do the keys to success, which I'm going to dive deep. I'm only doing 20 minutes. I'm doing an abridged version. It's normally a 50-minute program, but I'm going to talk about how the key of appreciation, what that means in your life, the key of harmony, courage, passion, faith, vibration, and empathy, and why you need all of those. And it's a very rich program. And then Jim Phillips is going to talk about living in full expression, what that means to him and what that can mean to you in your life. And I have, so many of the experts are going to do 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes of an actual presentation with some time for Q&A afterwards. So it's going to be, I don't want to lose the fun element. It's really going to be fun. But if you enjoy self-help and personal development, and you want to make 2019 the year that counts, the year that everything transforms and you're finally enjoying the success that you've wanted, this is where to be. This is really going to be just a tremendous value and a lot of fun. The social lunches, being able to meet and greet with everybody, photo opportunities galore. Bring your cell phones. I love, I missed an opportunity once because I didn't have my cell phone. Phones didn't have cameras on them back then. I'm going back just a little ways. And I took pictures with my little camera. And when I got home, I realized there was no SD card in it. So it's flashing, it's working. I've got all these great pictures, and there was no SD card. I had taken it out and put it in my computer to download pictures. I was like,
Oh my God.
So the good news is we all have our phones. And look, this is a sneak peek for your guests of what everyone's going to get. A Key Movies pop socket.
Yeah.
So they can watch videos on their cell phone, and that is just
that's right. We forgot about
bag bags.
Yes. The gift bags for VIP, right?
Gift bags at the VIP red carpet premiere. Everybody, I don't want to give it all away, but you're going to get things that are fun. You're going to get jewelry. You're going to get a pop socket. You're going to get DVDs. You're going to get a copy of The Secrets of the Keys and a DVD of The Keeper of the Keys. Yeah. And it's just going to be the most incredible evening. Swag bags, just like in Hollywood, baby.
Exactly, just like the Academy Awards. I think that swag bag, when you were telling me about everything, it's almost like you get your $9.97 back in that swag bag, right?
Absolutely.
So that's pretty exciting. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that. I've asked all the experts to create a package that they can give with a value of like $300 each. So if you get a little coaching package like you're giving away.
Yes.
You know, the content that's going to be in the swag bag is going to be fun and transformational and empowering. And, you know, and then you get to go play out in the South Point Casino, in the South Point Casino's casino. They have so many restaurants and steakhouse and I think a Mexican restaurant. And it's so much fun to come to Las Vegas. And if you're in Southern California, you know, it's a 4-hour drive. It's an hour flight from half the country, you know, anything west of Dallas. And for you to come down from Calgary is like, bada bing, bada boom, 2.5-hour flight, I think.
Yeah. Well, I'm coming from Kelowna, British Columbia, but yeah, it's, you know, it's basically 2.5 hours. Yeah. It's quick. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you spend a couple days, you're staying longer, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm so excited. I have been waiting for this for 3 years and I pulled out all the stops. The content in the movie is just incredible. I'm sure we'll get a standing ovation. I'm sure. We better. And there's also that effect, like people are just like, wow.
Yes.
And it's fun and it's emotional. You're going to laugh. You're going to cry. You're going to see these fictional characters hear from the experts and they get it. They get the lessons. They get the messages and you watch them transform before your very eyes and there's no reason you can't do it too.
Exactly.
It's so exciting.
Yeah. Well, one thing I know about you, my darling, is that you, I know this for sure, are pure magic. And I know that you will not create just an event, but you will be, you know, presenting to all of us a happening. And there's a
happening. You know, they sang a song about that in the 60s, The Happening. Wasn't that Diana Ross and the Supremes? The Happening.
Maybe we better play that song.
One of my clients, he was opening they had a new lounge at the Las Vegas Hilton, which is now the Westgate. Things change here a lot. But anyway, it was this wonderful lounge and they had all these fabulous expert artists, singers and dancers and stuff. And I'll never forget that the director of marketing at the time said to me, he goes, anybody can host an event, but it's really something special to stage a happening. And I just love that because this is going to be a happening. It's going to be seriously a once in a lifetime opportunity to mix and mingle with the experts in the movie that you're watching. In the movie, how often do you get to do that? You watch a movie, does Tom Cruise come to your house afterwards or Bruce Willis? No, don't get to go have lunch with them. This is a chance to watch people who are impressive and eloquent and fantastic and then have lunch with them. It's divine. It is going to be such a transformative experience. You're going to just love it. So I can't wait to meet you on the red carpet. And if you're watching this interview now, you have to come up to me and say, Robin, I saw you with Kelly Lee and I decided to come here. So I will give you a big hug.
Wonderful. Yes. Well, there'll be lots of hugs. We're all about the loving. I can't wait. I absolutely can't wait. And I hate to draw us to a close, but I think we better draw to a close and let you get back to the finer details of creating this happening, putting the polish on it. And thank you so much for your time, Robin. I so appreciate it. And I think it's great that we could give more details because, you know, just seeing a post on Facebook maybe doesn't explain exactly what the happening will be all about at the Becoming the Keys world premiere on January 17th in Las Vegas. And we just would love to have everyone come and join us. And so please connect. Well, actually, thekeysmovies.com.
The Key Movies.
Thekeysmovies.com.
movies, it's confusing because it's the Keys Academy Live, but the website is thekeymovies.com. And I am very far behind in all my promotion. As you know, I've had some personal issues with my mom passed. And so it's been a really challenging time. And, it was interesting. She said to me a few weeks ago, she said, I'm not coming to your next premiere. And she's been to my last two. And I think she knew. I think she knew she wouldn't be here for it. So she'll be there watching.
That's right. I'm pretty sure we'll be feeling her with us. Absolutely. She'll be watching. And
nice. I'll get a lot of content and information out to everybody very soon. They can follow me on Facebook too at Robin J or the Key Movies and the Las Vegas Convention Speakers Bureau. I have I actually have 4 Facebook pages, but they can go to the Key Movies and I'll have information posted on there under the blogs and about, links where they can click on and they can follow you. And I'm going to be posting it very heavily from this point forward.
Wonderful. And I will, and I know the other experts as well. So yes, follow us and get your tickets because there's not that many left.
No, the showroom seats showroom only seats 348 and Fleming's only seats about 80. Yeah. So it's very limited. So if you're interested and you're thinking about it, get your tickets now, book your travel. The rooms are only like $69 a night on the Key Movie Premiere discount. And otherwise, I think they're only like $79, but the hotel's getting filled up. They have a big event with 1,100 rooms and another event with 400 rooms, and they only have 2,000 rooms. Yeah. So book your travel now. And, we're at 6 weeks out from today.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
We've waited so long for this.
Yes. It's been a learning for me, never being in a movie. I've done plenty of other media. I had a breakfast show on TV and, I've done a ton of media, but never a movie. And so such a learning curve on just all the details and how long it takes. And I know that it will be, and I know that you're a perfectionist. And so that every single detail is absolutely looked after. And with that, I think I will draw us to a close. And we can't wait to see you in Las Vegas. But before we go, I always ask my guests on my podcast, what is it that you do, Robin, on a daily basis to ignite yourself?
Oh, I picture the future. I think visualization, creative visualization. I'm so focused on where I want to go and what I want to do. And I meditate and I think about that and do my best to manifest the future that I want to see. I mean, making a movie is just brutal, and everybody's a backseat driver. If you've never made one, you really don't know what is involved. Or, and it's funny, I always say if the credits rolled and they were accurate, it would be, casting Robin J, funding Robin J, post-production Robin. It would look like a big mom and pop effort, and it's not. I have a wonderful dream team that helps me, my director, my sound engineer, makeup artist. It takes so many people to put this together, and it has just taken unbelievable focus and knowing where I want to go. John Alston, the late John Alston, I hired him to speak once. And he said, if you get in your car in New York and you want to go to LA, but your car is facing Miami, it doesn't matter how hard you step on that accelerator. You're still never going to get to California. You have to be going in the right direction to get where you want to go. And, I know a lot of people who are going really fast, but they're not headed in the direction they want to go to. And I think that that's probably my key, is understanding that I'm constantly going in the right direction, doing what I want to do. And I think I have the wisdom to see that if I'm not on the right path, I need to adjust it a little bit or make changes. I'll say this isn't working and change my mind, and woman's prerogative, change my mind, change my course, just like a ship does. If the water takes them off course a little bit, they correct and go back. And I think being able to say, hey, I screwed up, I made a mistake, gets me farther in the long run than than refusing to believe that I have made a mistake. We all make mistakes. So I just want everybody to be kind to each other.
Yeah. Yeah. Wonderful. Well, thank you for that, Robin, and thank you for that wisdom. I love that. Yeah, I know for sure you are a true visionary, and but not so stuck on, sort of plans made and come hell or high water, I'm doing it. That ability to course correct. I mean, it's
Well,
really.
we did that with this movie.
Yes,
You know that.
absolutely, we did. Yes.
And this year I said, okay, this is not turning out to be the movie I want. And I made huge changes, and we reshot a ton of stuff because I wanted it to be that good. And then fast turnaround is just incredible. But man, it's long hours. And when this movie is done, I think I might take a day off.
Yes.
Just one. Take a day off and have a pedicure and a massage, and just rest. But wait until you see this dress I'm wearing on the red carpet. That's worth the price of admission. If I can squeeze into it.
You'll be beautiful and fine, and it'll be amazing. You'll be electric. I know that.
That way it will be electric. It lights up. It has it lights up on the back. It says the key movies, and I hope I don't get electrocuted,
You'll be, we will be igniting the world with the movie, Becoming the Keys, and we would love for all of you to join us. So please come and find us on Facebook and online and on my website and on the keysmovies.com website.
The Key Movies.
The Key Movies.
The Key Movies.
And get your tickets now so that we can see you and celebrate with you. And with that, I will say goodbye to Rob and Jay for now, and enjoy your day. And you know what I always say, get out there and ignite and share those sparks with the rest of the world. And we'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you.